Hello guys, I am Dhiren Notani. I am from India and I'm working as a pre-sales engineer at Exalate. So the objective or the agenda of this video is to show you how we can create a trigger in Exalate, and on the basis of a trigger, how do we synchronize tickets between any two work systems? For example, Jira, Azure DevOps, ServiceNow, or Zendesk, or HPQC ALM, right? So let's see what trigger actually is, and then I'm going to show you a live synchronization between Jira and Azure DevOps. Okay, so as you can see my screen, I have opened the documentation page for the triggers. So basically, we can start synchronization automatically between two any work systems, right? That can be done based on any search query, right? So that is basically a trigger, or let's say of a criteria or a query, right? So and it depends on each connector. So if we are doing in Jira, that will be based on the Jira JQL query, right? In case of Azure DevOps, it will depend on the work item query language, right? So this is just a very basic example of how we can create a query. So in case of Jira, you can see that let's say the project equals to blue. So this is the issue key or the project key in Jira, and labels is sync. So let's say that whenever any ticket is created inside this project and the labels is sync, the value of the labels field is sync, then this ticket will be synchronized to the other end as per the defined connection, right? So I'm going to show you how we can actually synchronize the tickets based on a particular trigger, right? So for that, let me go to ADO and let me show you how it is done. So as you can see that this is my Azure DevOps instance. Okay, and let me show you on what field I'm going to make the data synchronize or make the ticket synchronize. So let's say that if I open a task, uh, I have a field. This is a custom field of Boolean type. The name of the field is development. So right now the value is false, but let's say that my Jira team on the other end, on the destination end, is using is the development team, right? So whenever I make the value as true here, or let's say that if I choose to synchronize this ticket, right, I just need to click here and make the value true. So based on my search query or my trigger, this ticket will synchronize to the Jira side. So let me show you how it can be done. This was just a simple explanation of how trigger is working and what trigger is, right? How Exalate uses trigger, and now I'm going to show you how to do that. So first we need to make a connection to the other end. So my Azure DevOps instance needs to communicate with my Jira instance. So I'm gonna initiate a connection, and this process can be done from any of the end. Any of the connector can initiate the connection, and the another connector can just accept the invitation. So I'm just gonna initiate the connection, right? It asks for the destination instance URL. So I'm just gonna go on my Jira side, and this is my Jira instance URL. I'm just gonna go copy it and paste it here. Great. So, yep. So I get these three modes, but I'm not gonna explain you in too much detail about these three modes. For now, let me just move forward with the script mode. Okay. Let me just click on next. This is just the instance, local instance short name and the remote instance short name, and this is my connection name. And I'm just gonna proceed. So basically we need to select a project, right, where my issue data will be synchronized. So inside ADO, the project which I'll be using is the demo project for now, right? Let me initiate the connection. Okay, it says congratulations. You are all set to synchronize. So I just need to copy the invitation code, go here on my Jira end. This is my Jira instance, as you can see. I'll just accept the invitation, and I have the invitation code copied from my ADO end. This invitation code, right? I just paste it here. I'll click on next, right? Select the project where I need to synchronize the entities. So I will be selecting demo project in this case. Let me just confirm, and voila, it's too simple. So using Exalate and making connections via Exalate is really very easy, as you can see. So I'll just show you how to configure synchronization. And this so this particular section, this is my rule section, but I will not be going into much detail as this is not the agenda. But yeah, I can surely cover in a later part. Okay. So now what I was showing is that the connection is made. Now the next process or the next step ahead is to make a trigger, right? So the connection has been made, but the ticket will not synchronize like that only. I need to define a trigger or a search query, right? So for that, just let me check. Okay, you can see my connection. Okay, yep. So here is the ADO to Jira Red, my connection which I just created, and it is in the active mode right now. Let me just deactivate the other ones. Okay, so so this is the trigger which I was talking about. So how you can make the filter is that basically you can go in the board section, right? And as I was showing you, that if I select this value as true, right, it should create a ticket on the Jira side. So by default this value will be false, but we need to make it true to synchronize it to Jira. So I'll make a query out of it. So how do we do that is I'll just click on new query. So let's say that if my work item type is task, if I create a task and my development value is true, right? You just run the query. So you see that I am getting this result. So this query is giving me the response which I want, right? So we can just edit the query language. Okay, let me just save this query, then we can do it. So trigger for development. Good. So now I can go to my trigger for development. This is the query, and now I can edit the work item query language. So you can see that this is what I want basically. So okay, we can say this as it is. I'll just copy paste that. So now I can create a trigger. So for creating a trigger, I just need to click this button. It will show me that trigger will apply to selected work item entity or the entity type. So in this case, it is a work item in case of ADO. In case of Jira, it will be an issue. Right? So this is the place where I need to write the query or the logic in. So what I will do is I will just copy paste this part and paste it here, and then sync with connection. I will choose my connection. So my connection was ADO to Jira Red. Notes, I can specify this. Okay, so my everything is Let me just inactivate these triggers, otherwise yeah. So my this particular trigger, it is active, right? You can see that this is active for now, and now we can do the actual thing. So maybe we can test this. So for testing this, what we can do is we can go inside the demo project, and we can create an entity or a work item. So in our case it was task. Let me create the task. So test task, test task. First thing. So let me give some description. This is some description, right? Let me give a comment, and let me try to give an attachment also. Okay, so let me just save this. So you see this Exalate panel, right? It shows that status. It is not synchronized. It gives me two options. One is Exalate option. One is the connect option. So right now I'm not going to go explain about these options in detail, but what the meaning is basically, whenever my trigger will be active, or let's say that my query is matching, right, then it will automatically accelerate. So I kind of saved it, and my according to my query, this development should be true, right, for this trigger to work, and the basically the ticket to get replicated on the Jira side. So what I will do now is basically enable it and save this. Now let's see what happens. We need to wait for a couple of seconds for this to work. Let's see if yep. So you can see that the status is in progress now. Till now it was did not we do not see any change here, but since as I just made it true, it changed the status here. So from in progress it went to waiting for remote, and now yep, we will be able to see. So you see that the status is synchronized and my remote link is coming here. So this is the issue key, demo hyphen 31, right? And this is the title for my Jira issue. So let me just open it in a new tab so that I can show you what is being created there. So we can see that the test task for sync has been created, right? The type is a task. We see the description, we see the attachment, we see the comment. So I am logged in with some other user on the ADO side. So it shows that this particular user has commented. Okay. So this was the basic thing. So how triggers are working. So uh, if you find the video useful, I mean, you can play around with the product, and you can get this hands on, try it with yourself. So thanks for watching. See you.